Hi guys, today I am going to be showing you quite some mistakes that maybe you make in theotown or people just make in theotown. So enjoy and I'm going to show you. Let's hop into it. So the first mistake, it isn't a mistake. I would just say that I prefer it. Are these roads. If you want to build like a American city, you would most definitely choose these roads as like the bigger roads. Or if you don't have the Philippine road plugin, which is very good, but it gets expensive with diamonds because I don't buy it. I don't know if you can buy it in the theotown forum, but I bought it here in the normal plugin store that is in the game. So you'll most definitely choose these roads. And if you haven't downloaded the plugins, you will most likely do this, which is so ugly. I think that this is just ugly. I just don't like it. And you will use the highways, which is a terrible idea because you just don't want to have a highway in a neighborhood. It just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. Okay, so that was one thing. Another thing is turns. It just don't build like this. If you wanna do like a smooth turn, you should build this. It is much better. Or this is. This is much better than this. Because when you build this, it's just weird. I just don't like this style. Again, if you're building like in a city, if you are building in a city that actually has got this kind of design, this kind of like blocky design, like they're just blocks, for example, Soviet blocks, you could build like, I don't know, squares, and you can build square, but if you want to build like a more realistic city, I would I would prefer these roads. They're much better. And I just love to use, for these roads, I love to use the Philippine road plugin and the Dire City road for, the curves. The next thing is, ouch, my eyes, just burning. Look at this. You never would want to build this. Tell me, what is better, this or this? This is just, okay, if you are building like Paris or something, like with these buildings, it is okay. It is. You may be now asking yourself, Jaden, but these buildings aren't that bad after all. Well, let me show you an example why they are bad. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. This. What is this? It will look like this on the map. Yeah, it is just ugly. Look at this. It is just, I just don't like it. Yeah. I just don't like it. Yeah. And even these thin buildings, it looks more like of a wall than a beautiful building. Yeah. I know that these buildings could be used somewhere. I'm not just saying that these buildings are bad. No. I'm just saying that for some purposes, these buildings are being used wrongly. And it just doesn't look nice. And the next thing is, these plugins, I don't know if I'll find it, But they come with squares, these kind of squares. I don't know if I can find this plugin, but I found like a similar one. They come with these squares, and it doesn't look much better. It looks more like of a Soviet apartment than a European building, a European 18th century building. So I wouldn't definitely use these buildings. Yeah, but I would use these buildings. I just prefer these buildings. This plugin, I think, is the Lisboa plugin, or Lisboa, yeah. You can see all of these plugins, these beautiful buildings. Yeah, I just prefer them. And then we've got the low-rise commercial. Yeah, low-rise commercial. Oh, I think I'll find them in the plugins, definitely. Where are they? Oh, yeah. So I found them. And, if you want to build like a more European, like a more modern city, you want to make it like more realistic. Yeah, you could build these. You could build these buildings. Yeah, they are actually nice. I kind of use them, but they just fit in. Yeah, they just fit in. They just fit in nicely. Just have these buildings. I don't know if this building fits in, but it's just nice. I just like it. And this wasn't made on purpose. Yeah, this was. But the houses, they had lots of fire and emergencies going. There was a lot of emergency going here because I didn't have much services here, so I had to build them. So yeah, this kind of looks ugly. Sorry. So the next thing is highways. I know I was talking about how this road it's kind of expensive, but there's a big but. If you buy this road from the plugins for diamonds, it costs 100 diamonds. I know that that's a lot of diamonds, but bear with me. You won't regret this. This is one of the most realistic plugins in this game. Because compare this to this, it is much better. I know that when you want to make like a turn, it isn't that good. But if you want to build like a straight highway, I highly recommend this one. I just like it, yeah. And I think that the last thing that I want to mention is, if you want to build like a beautiful building with lots of graphics, like for example a historical building, you just don't use or just build these modern buildings. If it's like an 18th century building, you just don't slap like a futuristic building next to it. It just doesn't fit. Yeah, it doesn't. You could build something so it is like better. You could build, I don't know, something a bit modern, I don't know, but it just doesn't fit. It's just weird. And definitely don't build skyscrapers near your buildings because it will just take away that historical charm, or how do you call it, that you would be downloading these historical buildings, these plugins for. So yeah. So if you want your city to look more like a historical city, just don't slap high-rise buildings next to these next to these historical buildings, because in real cities, these historical buildings are actually, a lot of them are in UNESCO, which quite prevents skyscrapers being next to them. Yeah, so it is much better to just leave the skyscrapers for now if you're building like a historical city, or build like a more low-rise building. And here is what you should do. I kind of guess you should make you should embrace this building. Yeah, embrace. I don't know. Yeah, but you should definitely make the building like better. You should, not better, but you should like build parks next to it, make it more realistic. And if you want to build something that doesn't really fit in here, I highly recommend you to build like a road, like a bigger road, but just don't build a highway. It just doesn't fit here. But you could build some of these modern buildings, but don't just build skyscrapers. It's just ugly. Now it looks more acceptable. It just looks better. And if you slap some parks, it will turn out good. It will turn out great. And if you're wondering what this building is, which many will, it is the Palais Benedictine. I don't know. I can't. I think that it is in France. I don't know. Maybe it is in Canada. I don't know. Well, I am not French, so I don't know. I think that, yeah, it is French. It's a famous liquor factory and museum from Fécamp. It is considered as the greatest landmark of the city. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that it is in France. So yeah, I bought it here from the plugin store. So you should definitely go check that out. This is the modern building pack, and these are the beautiful parks. And these are just pathways. So I hope you enjoyed this this video, yeah, because some of you guys have been requesting what I find like not disturbing, but what I find wrong about some cities. So I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, press that notifications button, like, share, and yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.